Welcome back to Lord of the Rings Realms in Exile. I have renamed my firstborn daughter to Yandalin Durin. So thank you, Zephyr, for the name suggestion there. I still need a suggestion for my second daughter, but that's my fault because I knew that part 1 was going live to today as I'm recording this, but it's not live for another 3 hours, so I haven't actually had chance to get all of your name suggestions yet. So I will update the names after this episode. But remember, guys, the rules... there will be a pinned comment in part 1. You probably know them by now. One name suggestion, choose whether it's son or daughter, and then optionally choose an education focus. And try and keep it dwarf themed. Right, thank you. Let's jump into the episode. I'm going to unpause. We need more prestige. And this pops up every time we load the game. We need more prestige because I want to declare war against the orcs. But it costs 350 to call in Elrond for the war. And it costs 270 prestige for the war itself. So what is that? That's 350, 450, 550. It's like 620 prestige. I thought it was 720. I did some really bad math in one of the last episodes, didn't I? But we need 620 prestige. We can go 5 times speed as long as we keep an eye on things. My dear best friend, I have studied the Westron language for many moons. I personally penned this missive using the Westron script, a letter of friendship from a speaker of Sindarin. I wish for our future diplomatic dealings to benefit us both greatly. Ah, he has learned Westron. Impressive. Glorfindel, I send you my regards. Hopefully one day you can help me come and kill the Balrog as well. Now, there is a little bit of waiting with how I'm going about this, but that's okay. Because eventually once we do get rid of the Balrog, well, if we get rid of the Balrog, then we'll do a lot of rebuilding, and then the real fun starts. One day I am approached by Nar and Mirklituf. They tell me that they have recently had terrible, calamitous dreams. They do not remember the finer details, just shadow and flame and the bone-deep terror. They think it must surely be the Balrog's influence, reaching even into their dreams, warning them away from this place. They ask how my counsel... now for my counsel and guidance. How should they interpret these dreams? How should they respond to them? But they hold them a portent too dire to ignore. I can try to convince them not to take them to heart. And they have been comforted. And we do gain a little bit more progress to dormant. We're only 1 point difference between active and dormant now, which is brilliant. Because if we can overtake and have a little bit of room to spare, we could even start building a little bit earlier. My marshal, Mirklituf, has been showing off a promising new recruit. He may not be of as noble stock as you, my liege. But on my name, I swear that Fjord is someone you would want on your side. 13 prowess. He's not amazing, but he can serve me. We need all the dwarves we can get to rebuild Khazad-Dum and Moria. My spy master has come to me grave news, but we do not yet know who. Someone is plotting to kill my courtier. Bloody hell. We have a lot of dwarves doing intrigue, but I don't know when it's goblins and when it's dwarves as well. Scheme has been abandoned. Big boss Garg just tried to murder me. But he failed. Also, we only need 100 more prestige, so we are getting there. And I think we will go for... That's Kalmog. Is this one Garg? I'm going to go for Garg first. Because the fact he's trying to assassinate me and murder me, we could do that. Right, very quickly pause. I have spotted a raiding party on the horizon. Mirklituf, aggressive attacker, in this case an aggressive defender. I will trust on you to defend the chamber of Mazar Bul, and the other orcs, the goblins, sorry, are coming for us as well. We have such good advantage now, though. I really don't think we have to worry about raiders. We are doing fine. In fact, did they just leave? The other goblins left. How did we do in the battle? We lost 58 dwarfs. They killed 600 goblins. And our knights here, they never get injured. It's amazing. We have such good armor. And we are so sturdy that they dare to never touch us. We can probably afford to speed up here. I'm just going to wait for them to disband, though. I'm a little bit worried about them. And organize the army as well, so we're not wasting too much gold. The skies bode ill, the winds wails, and my servants shake before the coming maelstrom. An awful day to be travelling with the wilderness. Shabby hovels dominate the strange corner of the land, filthy and tiny. We've come upon a lone, decent country house, but the dwelling is owned by my foul rival Garg. Oh, bloody hell. Why are we visiting goblins? This is stupid. A hole in the ground would be preferable. I become compassionate. I mean, I'm compassionate, so it gains me stress, but there's no way I am going to spend time. I spend prestige. Our swords will secure shelter. I do a martial challenge. Perhaps this is where family secretly lives? I don't like any of these options to this. Why are we visiting a goblin house? That's absolutely ridiculous. That's a base game event, though. Let's see. I think a hole in the ground would be preferable. I know we spend prestige, but I am not going in the house of a goblin. That is a joke. My hook is going to expire. Courtier has fallen ill of consumption. I can create a cadet branch. I'm not going to do that, though. The House of Durin is very famous and renowned, and we will remain a part of that. The raiders have disbanded, so we can now disband our army as well. This is why I'm 5 times speed. I'm always sat here. As soon as I see a raider party, raise the army. I hear a commotion from my daughter Anna's chambers. Hastening inside, I see the wet nurse Windolf is playing with Anna. My liege, perfect timing. Anna just took her first step. A giant step for a child, and a small step for a ruler. Anna, I'm very proud of you. Okay, we need another 100 prestige now because we lost a little bit. How are we doing down here? Active is 2 points ahead. It's very close. It's very close. My dear best friend, I daily thank Manuel to have such a fine chum as you. There are a few others I can safely say I trust. We should align our interests more closely and fight side by side. Come, Balin. Our enemies will see that we are not to be trifled with. We enter an alliance with Glorfindel. Yes, you will have my sword, and I trust that I will have yours as well. I didn't know we could get alliance events from that. And my wife Uni is pregnant once more, and we have a stewardship perk. Let's get centralization, development growth in the capital. So once we get architect, it's not very useful now, but it will be useful when we do start building up. Because we will want to recolonize and reclaim Moria, of course. So architect will help a long way with that. I have become ill. Zibdin or peasant, high or low, it does not matter. In the end, we are all mortal. I was reminded of this as I woke coughing in the early morning hours, a dull ache pounding from my head and throat. My body is racked by shivers and weakness, my head leaking from every orifice. I heard that wheezing from down the corridor, my lord. Should you require it, I know a fair number of suitable remedies. Amrith, you know more than what is necessary, and excellent work. Us dwarfs are sturdy. I'm still feeling well, though, fine, even though I am ill. We are sturdy, we are quite resistant to illnesses. I wonder if we also have natural plague resistance as well. I believe so. My Marshal Miok has been shown off a promising new recruit. Oin. He is hunchbacked, but he is a brilliant strategist with 21 Marshal. Very well, he shall serve me. Who is my current Marshal? Mioclituf. He is very good as well, so I'm actually going to keep him. The council is very skilled. I am enjoying our position, and I have had a third daughter. I don't yet have enough gnomes for daughters, and may you grow to be strong and wise. I will pin you, and I can't educate you because I'm already educating the other two. But we can wait for that anyway until you come of age. Same with Anna. We haven't picked an education focus for you yet. It's fine. We can adapt it. With her coming of age, my tuition of Yandalin is at an end. Right. So, in terms of game mechanics, she has come of age. But she's not actually of age until she's 40. So, she is still a child. I think that's shown because I don't believe I can put her on my council list. Because she is still considered a child. So, we are still raising her. She doesn't have a guardian anymore, though. Which means I can actually be guardian of Ori now. So I will send that proposal. Yes, I think it's... The game mechanics of education don't quite line up with the mod. But that's fine. It's very minor and easy to remember. As I woke this morning and observed the first rays of sunshine, it took me a moment to realize I had slept soundly for the first time in weeks. I did not wake up coughing once. It has been a long road back to health. Well, I find myself in its warm embrace once more. I am glad to be well again. What's happening up here? I can designate a guardian for Anna. Oh, yes. I was supposed to be your guardian. I thought I already was your guardian. And we have to pick an education focus. So she wants diplomacy and learning. I mean, I'll keep you on diplomacy. Because I'm very good at diplomacy in a way. So we have a daughter. Yandalin is going for intrigue. We have a daughter going for diplomacy. And we will see how Ori goes. I mean, she is Hale. So maybe Marshall. One day I'm approached by Guster and Nah. They are having terrible dreams as well. These dreams show the Balrog fears us. Take heart, my friends. We comforted them. And now, for the first time, Dormant is actually leading the struggle. If we get a little bit of a gap... Okay, it's only 2. But if we do manage to get a little bit of a gap, then I will start building a little bit earlier. Which should be cool. We have enough prestige. I completely forgot about this. Right. Gog. It is time for you to meet your end. Declare the war, lads. Let us fight the goblins once more. I will call on Elrond, 350 prestige. Maybe I could have just called on Glorfindel instead. It's much cheaper. But he does have siege equipment. Oh, I should have called on Glorfindel. Look at these pikemen. 280 damage and 368 toughness. Elves are very, very strong. I like it, though. I like it. Right, aggressive attacker. Let's do this. We're going to wait for our allies. The goblins are attacking us for some reason. Elrond will join us for the next war. I need to remember that Glorfindel is much cheaper, and he brings the siege equipment we need anyway. Because we can actually beat these guys in battle now. Even though we only have a small number of Kraben as gifts. 560. They are very, very strong. We captured Krob, but we automatically executed him. We lost 62 dwarfs. Killed 700. Trading 1 to 10 does seem to be the consistent number here. Let's wait and replenish the army. We can always wait for Elrond to arrive. I'm going to go and organize army as well, so we're not spending a lot of gold. Let's go on speed 5 here. Eggmoin. Someone is trying to murder Eggmoin now. As I traverse the empty chambers and halls, occasionally losing my bearings, I pick up a light whistle. Yet all at once, the air seems to choke me. My whistle stops, for my heart has seemingly leapt into my throat. Diving behind a doorway, I close my eyes as the malice in the air grows thicker, the temperature spiking. After a time, it seems to dissipate, and I hurriedly make in the opposite direction. Yet in my panic, my eyes paid little attention to the ground, tripping over a bit of broken masonry. I hit the ground hard, letting out a groan of pain. I struggle to my feet, but not without injury. I live in an alternative, I guess. I don't become wounded. Well, I could have there. Maybe Balin is getting a little bit clumsy. I mean, he is 258 years of age. I think dwarfs live to be between 400 and 500, I believe. Do you know what? We could actually check this. If we go here, and we go religion dwarven, and then we sort by age, the oldest dwarf is actually Gowleborn at 6,700 years of age. Maybe there's something behind that. Yeah, foreign here. She's 341. So it seems like 300 is a good age for a dwarf. In fact, these ones are infirm. So Balin, 258. He's not that far away from becoming 300. He is definitely aging. But it's not affecting him one bit yet. I mean, he just took a trip, but we can ignore that. That fight was actually going to be quite tough. My spy master has come to me with grave news. It is my knight Nearfer that is plotting against my courtier. Oh, Nearfer, what are you doing? Why? Why must you do this? Hopefully he abandons that scheme. I have a new nickname. I have become the Shrewd. It's wise never to play your cards. You folk, be sure that what you have up your sleeve. My liege, have I heard what they call you? My Duchess Uni says to me while maintaining eye contact. They call you Zipdim Balin the Shrewd. Spectacular, is it not? It's on the lip of peasant and noble alike. A cause for celebration, I think. Ah, I can get used to his name and I get prestige. Very nice. Of all the nicknames Balin could get, though, I thought maybe that's not so fitting. 85 losses, but we killed 300. These goblins are so screwed. 4 months left on the siege. 3 months. We can probably afford to speed this up. We have added 10 points for active now, but once we win this war, then we will also give 10 points to Dormant. So it does pay off. It breaks even at least. And they will be off the map, so they can no longer contribute to the Balrog becoming active. As I patiently await the fetching of my clothes, the servant stutters, "My lord, no one can find your garments." "Oh, Anna, you little scoundrel." I'm not going to call them the Prince of Fashion because it's mean. I learned that recently. With my leave, my daughter Anna and her wet nurse parade into my chamber. Windolf poses like a herald and proclaims, "My liege, you witness a monumental occasion. Anna has a mighty gift to offer you. She has given me a tooth. And in return, I will give her a little bit gold. And then I will sell it on the tooth market." Gold is so hard to come by, but the teeth are actually really useful. And we have won the war against Big Boss Garg, who was trying to murder me. I'm going to enforce the demands. He's going to survive, unfortunately. And just like that, his lands have been returned to the wilderness. And the dormant phase is leasing by once more. Only by 5. I wonder if we can actually colonize. Where is Garg now? He is in the Shattered Spire. So he might not actually move anywhere. He's just hovering here. But I'm hoping now, because he's not landed, he shouldn't be able to attempt to murder me either. Now, we could go to war with Big Boss Kaulamog. How much is that going to cost us? 270. We almost have enough if we rely on Glorfindor instead. Stewardship perk available. Very nice. Let's get Popular Figurehead. Plus 50 opinion. Domain limit plus 2. What does Architect give us? Construction time and cost. I want to wait for Architect then. I mean, colonization is instant, so we can colonize at least. How much does colonization add to this? So constructing a settlement holding is plus 10. So I assume that is colony as well. Right now, we can't really afford a plus 10 because we only have a gap of 5. And I want to have a nice healthy gap for Dormant, just to ensure that we don't get caught out. Ori has gained 2 intrigue. Very nice. This makes me happy. We can afford to speed things up again. So now we only have 1 goblin immediately on our border. That's very nice. I want to definitely colonize this for the Mithril, because then we can use that to craft weapons later. Ori, my liege, you have to hear this. Ori has said her first words. How delightful. I gained 1 gold piece as well. Bloodstone cloth, crow's feathers, strange-smelling concoctions. This is the evidence presented to me by a group of villagers from the Chamber of Mazarbul as proof that Far has been practicing witchcraft in a hut on the outskirts of their village. The villagers claim her evil works must be the cause of their bad weather and are calling for her execution. Oh, bloody hell. Let's see. We get upset peasants for 5 years. But the evidence is rather circumstantial. Release her at once. I will not have these pointless murders taking place. Organized service for 5 years. We get plus 5% taxes in Chamber of Mazarbul, which is beautiful. In fact, we are plus 0.8 right now. We might even be able to afford another unit of Kraban Asgif. Also, I realized I was reading this number instead of this number. It's only an extra 0.22. So let's do that. Schema has been discovered. Gloy is plotting against my court. Oh, bloody hell. Can we stop this? Men at Arms negotiation. Men at Arms are much cheaper now as well. I'm back on the battlefield. The mud is clinging to my boots. The rank stench of the dead is salting my nostrils. Once again, I'm reliving the day that Big Boss Huka of the Gloom Drinkers started the annexation of the Chamber of Mazarbul against me. I wake up gasping, cold beads of sweat clinging to my face. Uni stirs beside me but does not wake. I must deal with my troubles alone. I should try to forget it. He is dead, and he will not bother me anymore. I am gaining stress. I just gained more stress as well. Do I have any stress-reducing events? I don't. Okay. The Balrog has opted to wander the depths of the Chamber of Mazarbul recently. While my folk were able to hide and avoid its gaze, its presence alone brought calamity enough. Several tunnels collapsed as the heat of the Balrog weakened the rock, and many buildings were casually destroyed in its wake. It's nothing we can't recover from, thankfully, but it is without a doubt a setback. It is also a potent reminder of who is the true master of these halls. We lose 75 gold, or we could lose the building. I don't want to lose the building, so we should begin work on repairs immediately. And we did gain a little bit of stress, as you saw. You are always there for me, and I hope that you know I am grateful, Father. Oh, Anna. That is what it means to be a guardian. And a father. We just get triggers here. Oh, Dormant is leading by a lot now. We might be able to afford a colonization, but I don't want to be too greedy. What we can afford is a war, though. So let us declare war against Big Boss Kaulamog and drive the goblin scum out of Moria. We will call on Glorfindel for this war. Elrond costs a lot of prestige, so let's go with Glorfindel. He does have some siege equipment, which is very nice. And I have the dwarfs to fight as well. Organize the army, please. Thank you. We're going to be losing quite a bit of gold now, though. My dear best friend, of course I should join in this war. Our foe shall learn to fear the men of Lad Fafon. Excellent news, Glorfindel. I await for you in the chamber of Mazarbul. I'm still on 5 times speed. Let's drop that down a little bit. Although we did just win. 119 losses and killed 700. This one was a little bit more brutal because they had more men at arms. We gained 83 prestige for winning battles. It's very nice. Picking up the padded swords for a sparring match with my daughter Anna. I noticed a tar journal on a sideboard. From the cover, it seems to contain exercises and best practices pertaining to the martial arts. Anna glances in my direction. Oh, that thing. I mostly read it for the illustrations. You can borrow it. I increased my martial by 1. Very nice. Glorfindel, where are you going? Also, Glorfindel, please. No, Glorfindel, please don't do this. I need you to help me siege. Don't do that weird back and forth stuff. Anna has become shy. And it looks like Glorfindel has found his way. The mountains are a confusing place. The passes are very dangerous. But Glorfindel has found his way finally. Let's see. Yeah, we're not trading too good here, so... but he has caught up to us. So if we go in here, Glorfindel should join us. My spy master has come to a grave news. Oh, someone's plotting to kill Gloy now? It's because she was plotting to kill other people. Oh, bloody hell. Glorfindel is fighting. And he is winning. To be honest, I don't know what I expected. Let's just go back and continue the siege. His men-at-arms are so bloody powerful. We should have enough numbers for this. Wait. Oh, it is level 1. Okay. Oh, that scared me. I should have double-checked just in case. Otherwise, we wouldn't have got the +10 for returning to Wilderness. Shouldn't matter because Dormant is leading. We're almost into the next phase, actually. My friend... Erin Galadriel has honored me with a visit and has brought one of her courtiers along. Galadriel approaches me excitedly. Well met, Balin. It pleases me to see you thriving here, in Mazarbul. It occurred to me that Dolas here might be of service in your court. He is an incredibly talented strategist. His mind is always spinning out possible tactics. I would make use of him myself, but alas, it doesn't seem possible. I mean, he's a very strong fighter at least. Well, I can't have an elf command my armies. I do like to work with the elves, but yes. I know just a place for him, and I'll tell you why. And I think it's because maybe... Oh, you can't marry. Why can't you marry? I wonder. I would love for you to marry the guy that we just recruited, Dolas. Well, I can't arrange marriages. That's unfortunate. Maybe they would naturally marry one another anyway. I mean, they're elves, so they don't really need children. They do live a long time. Much longer than dwarves. But it would have been nice. Maybe we could have become dwarves and elves will share Moria. It's an alternative... I mean, it's definitely alternative history because in this line, the Balrog had already killed Balin, I think. Come closer. I have a story I wish to tell you. My wife, Uni, says, beckoning me towards the bonfire. It's a story of when I become friends with Windolf. Yes, my best friend. Those around you, your friends, your advisors, even your rivals. They are the ones who matter. Keep them close. Especially your enemies. Ooh. Your stories always make me feel better, Uni. And we have become friends as well. I lose a little bit of stress. And we do get another stewardship pack. We get divided attention. We are only 1 away from architect now, which is huge. That's going to make upgrading our colonies much cheaper, which we need to do. 30 days left on the siege. Active is leading by 1, and we're getting very close to the 150 limit. So I think it's best that we don't colonize yet until the Balrog is dormant. And there we go. We won another battle. 48 for 200 is much better. And it's time to enforce the demands. To the begriling Balin, may your shamus rot in your living body. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to his bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. So be it. Disband the armies. More goblins have been beaten back. So we can colonize all of this now. With very minimal resistance. Because all the goblins are up here in the north. And if we check this, we could just hover it. 136 for dormant, 127 for active. Yes, I'm not willing to colonize just yet. Feels a bit dangerous. Let's train the commanders. We're losing gold, but that's because replenishment is happening. Plus 1.1 is very nice. We can leave that for now. So let's go on 5 times speed. We will keep an eye on this. Hopefully we get a few plus 3s or whatnot. And I think if we do get some more points towards dormant, then we might be able to afford just to get 1 colony. Because if we can colonize something in this phase, then we get an extra building or colonization in the dormant phase. It will make sense when we get there. While out on a leisurely stroll, the cry of a particular merchant stands out from the regular hustle and bustle of the street. Greetings, my lord. I have an exquisite assortment of wares if my lord has the coin. As I peer at the myriad of goods in the stall, I can hear Olius murmur. The etchings on that piece must be real, and quite valuable too. He glances at me with a triumphant smile. I believe this price will be the more lucrative choice. I get it for 5 gold. I become the owner of an embellished dragon figurine. I get a small health boost and learning lifestyle experience. Once we're past the next 2 stores, Olius beams at me. Yes, quite good indeed. I couldn't have done it much better myself. He casually eyes the baubles in the store next to us and shoots me an anticipating glance. That was a fine barter, wasn't it? What I'm going to do, though, I don't really need learning. I'm actually going to destroy this for the 80 gold. Gold, it will be very useful. Because when we colonize, we need to upgrade the colonies for them to actually become a delving. So then we can build proper buildings. Because this isn't a colony. Colonies have 3 tiers, I believe, which we need to get our way through. My spy master has come to me with grave news. Someone is plotting to kill Ginar now. Bloody hell, it's never ending, is it? We did get another +3. Nice. Very nice. Today, Orangar held a fiery sermon for all of the children of the court. They were apparently spellbound as he zealously read from the Anulin Dale. My daughter Anna now seems certain that she is destined for greatness, claiming that Mahal supports her indiscriminately. She has become ambitious. I am ambitious as well, so this makes me very, very happy indeed. Our prestige is doing good. We see now, I can show you, we can't actually declare war with these to get rid of them because we don't share a border with them. So we could colonize this way to do that. But I think getting all of this, especially the mithril over here. Let's see, are there any other resources around? Let me pause a moment. Ah, this has something. Beneficial deal. Okay, now that was just normal events happening there. Yeah, I think this would be nice. We can't colonize this because I think we need a border, which would be here. So if we get the crumbling halls and then the great mines when the time comes, we should eventually have access to mithril, which would be very nice. We're up to 142. If we can get like to 145 and we're still only on 127 for active, I will consider colonizing just one place. We get encouraged development for 10 years. Very nice stuff. See, things have calmed down a little bit now. But this is gonna be slow at times. But I'm sure we will get much story and events happening too. We gotta be careful with the Balrog. We just really don't want him to become active. In fact, if we read it, let's read it in a moment. One of the children at court, Leomy, had taken the doll of a younger girl and thrown it into a nearby cave. My daughter was there and saw it all happen. Anna flew into a fit of rage and beat Leomy bloody. This didn't help the younger girl, who started crying even more. It seems that Anna has trouble controlling her anger. She has become wrathful. If we go in here, I think we can see all of the things. So this becomes active. The Balrog is agitated and moodily patrols its territory, watching for any who encroach upon it. Its temper flares often, and it will destroy any realms, but it comes across with fury. And this has a lot more modifiers here. Oh dear. And I think there's one more phase, but I don't know how we can actually see all of the phases. I don't think we can. In the active phase, you have one worse, which is Armageddon. Which you can imagine by the name. We definitely don't want that. Much lurks in the darkness of the depths of the world. Some innocuous, and just as many not so. I walk through a lower level of the hold, a small lantern my soul lights. So far down, few venture here these days. And for good reason, the very shadows seem disquiet, and at times even feel malicious. I hear a distant noise, but cannot pinpoint the direction. A shiver runs down my spine as I spin and hurriedly move my head to and fro, desperate to find the source of the noise. Yet for all my searching, I find naught. Yet the shadows feel even deeper than before. Who goes there? We did have a small chance of becoming a lunatic there, but we didn't. We are so damn stressed. But we don't have anything to reduce that. We could host a feast. That is a possibility. And we are up to 145 now on dormant. So let's see. We can't get more than +3 anyway, can we? No. Because we're not returning settlements. So if this gets to 148, then I will be willing to at least form one colony. My spy master has come to me with more news. Guster has now got plots against her. We are now an architect. So stewardship +2 and building construction time and cost is down. Now, do I want to continue going down stewardship? Probably not. I have architect, which is what I wanted. We could go back to diplomacy and go down to diplomat. Or we could go to crafting. Probably not. I think I'll stay in stewardship for the income, because we're gonna need to go to build a little bit soon. My spy master has come to me more news. Windolf is now being plotted again, but at least my knights are continued to be improved. Right, 145. My friend Theoden has just died. Guilt and shame have been plaguing me as of late. All of my sins, my flaws, my failings. These dark thoughts distract me from my responsibilities and keep me awake at night. I feel like I must do something to put an end to this mental anguish. But what could possibly help? I must become a flagellant. I lose prowess, I get a health penalty. Well, I do lose more stress. Theoden, how did he die? He died of old age. Wait, his son died as well? He died from his wounds? So who controls Rohan? Or the Riddermark? King Irma. His grandson. His father died as well. Was slain in battle. Interesting. Also, wait, Saruman's gone. Because they control this. Yes, Saruman's gone. Oh, wow. Is he gone? Or can we find him? Let's see. So Saruman, the forces are good, are doing quite well here. Let's take him off here. There we go. He still exists. Where is he? He's all the way down here. In fact, oh, he is unlanded. Okay, I thought he had land for a moment. Interesting stuff. So the Riddermark are actually doing quite good here. For once. Gondor is losing their war, though, against Mordor. So we'll see what happens there as well. Right, but I'm going back to my mountain. We can worry about this a little bit later. I've lost the wounded trait, which is very nice. Someone's plotting to kill my court physician. What we could also do, because we are stressed, is let's flagellate a little bit. Just so we can get that down. The whip falls upon my back and I shudder at the clarity it brings. Pain is all that I feel. And pain is all that is on my mind. Well, it is nothing compared to the whip of a Balrog. I can withstand this. And I was healed again. Very nice. Right. How close are we to the end of the year? I don't actually know the months in Lord of the Rings. Ollius was plotting to kill my wet nurse, Windolf. Oh, guys. We are surrounded by bloody goblins and you're trying to kill each other instead. There's too much intrigue in Moria happening. My spy have informed me about a hunter, and someone else is obviously trying to murder me now because this happened. Household savings. We get 50 gold. That's very pleasant. And another hunter. So more than one person is probably trying to kill me. Right, we're up to 148. So if we colonize a place, that takes us up to 137. But I won't colonize again in case we get unlucky with one of the yearly events. So let's colonize the Castle of Crumbling Halls. It's going to take 100 gold. And to upgrade this, no, I need to do this. Found a delving. The development level in the delving ancestral is not greater or equal to 3. And the settlement building is not fully upgraded. Oh wait, that's why I can't upgrade it. Are we getting development? 0.5. Okay. So I need to upgrade this first, which costs 82 gold in 2 years. So let's do that. Building a building. What does that do? So as you can see, this is up to 137 now. So building a building was +5. We can get away with that. Today, my daughter Ori was taught a lesson in vassal management by Nar. It was quite a complicated course, necessary, but perhaps a bit beyond Ori's grasp. I must let things take their time, only by being patient and letting my subjects work at my own pace may I rule wisely. Patience will serve you well, my daughter. Let us see. So we now finally expanded. In part 3, we did found our first colony. I wonder if we could get away with another building. I kind of don't want to. We don't even get any gold. No, we do get 0.1 gold from this. This gives us 0.1. This gives us 0.2. But we're literally just upgrading this to get a delving. Does a delving give us gold? It gives us 0.5. Okay, so at least it does pay off eventually. Plus, it will give us a better success chance to kill the Balrog. My spy master has come to me with grave news as my courtier Gloy. Guys, there's just a circle of murder attempts and plotting going on here. They're all trying to bloody get one another. Oh. Wait, yearly drift catalyst. Oh, it wasn't yearly drift, was it? I think this was triggered by me building, though. My spy I'm going to stop reading this. More intrigue is happening. We can't escape it. It's too difficult. Let's go to speed 5, though. Oh, also in the transition phase, I guess we can't trigger stuff, so we could also do things then as well. True. We have received a poem from Elrond. Regret and mourning. When such beautiful countenance is hid from sight, the pain surely feels a personal slight. Alone bereft, without that sweet man, who next among us will end his span? Elrond. I can see that this is truly heartfelt. Thank you, my friend. Also, I won't need to flagellate now because we did fix all of our stress issues. Now, as you can see, we can only hold 2 colonies. Now, it is currently bugged. You can hold more and it won't get negatives, but I don't want to take advantage of that bug. So I'm only going to have 2 colonies at a time. My spy master has come to me with grave news. Someone is now plotting to kill Olni. My fellow dwarfs. You're losing sight of our goal here. We must reclaim Moria. We can't do that by fighting one another. I have become ill again. Do no more than what is necessary. Excellent work. Excellent work indeed. And we should become really close now to Dormant. Wow, someone is trying to kill me. I mean, we kind of knew that because we found the people in our taverns, didn't we? Who were plotting. But deep of the chambers of Mazabor have been troubled of late. Subtle tremors have been felt rumbling through the earth, and occasionally a distant roar echoes through the caverns. While none have seen the Balrog yet, few of the folk of the chamber of Mazabor can doubt it is nearby. There are also reports that the tremors and noise grow louder and more furious as their own level of activities increase. They are wary of the risk of further activity and ask for my guidance. We get reduced activity for 10 years. We lose a little bit of taxes, but we do activate a calming action, which will move us towards the dormant phase. Do we need to do it, though? I don't think so. No demon will halt the march of progress. I think we're naturally going to hit 150 anyway, so we can afford to pick that option here. My spy master has come to me with grave news. It is my courtier Book fled. That is in the plotting circle now as well. And someone is now plotting to kill my daughter. That surely isn't a dwarf. And here we go. Wandering phase is in transition. So we should be able to colonize the Great Mines. Let us do that. It's already earning us 0.69 taxes. Because we get automatically 0.5 from Mithril. And if we upgrade this, construct lonely towns, let us do that. We do have some stale air and collapsed buildings. We don't have anything here. I wonder if we have to remove that even after upgrading it to this. Oh, it does say here actually, colonization blockers still remain in this settlement holding. Ah, in that case, do I get a refund? Yes. In that case, there's no point upgrading this yet if I have to remove these as well. So this removes taxes. So let's remove the collapsed ceilings first. It's going to take 6 years. Okay. And we already have 2 colonies, so I don't want to take advantage and make any more. But we are now starting to colonize and reoccupy Moria. Balin's expedition are now doing what they set out to do. My spy master has come to me with grave news. It is my chancellor, Nah. That is doing some of the plotting. Bloody hell. And we have now transitioned to the dormant phase. That was a nice sound effect. So let's go ahead and look what's happening here. The Balrog currently spends much of its time in a deep sleep. It acts little and is content to ignore even great battles or constructions happening in the realm of Moria. So here, involved characters have shorter truces. We pay less piety for wars, and we pay less for wars against characters of different faiths in general. So we could actually use this as an opportunity to do holy wars. Oh, bloody hell, they got quite strong. 5,000 men-at-arms. We're probably going to have to save... Elrond is probably going to have to help us with this, actually. Let's see what else. So, culture. Opinion on different cultures minus 10. I think this is the same. Promote culture is faster. No negative Balrog events occur, which is very nice. And convert faith is faster. And then other stuff. Building construction time is faster. Holding taxes is up. Development growth is up. And control growth is up. If I look at these... They are of the right culture and faith anyway, so that's fine. It would be nice to get rid of these guys, but I think for now we're just going to work on colonizing this. And let's see, so what happens here? So constructing a settlement is plus 10. Building is still plus 5. Mining expedition is plus 5. Declaring war is plus 10 still. Holding a feast is plus 3. And completing a raid is plus 2. So I'm just going to use this time now to build. I think that's the plan. I can imprison my courtier. But he's not important to me. Instead, I could pardon him. But I'm not going to do that. And I am no longer ill. I am glad to be well once more. So this has almost been built. The Lonely Towns. We'll upgrade that again. My daughter Anna has come of age. She is actually not looking so good at that. Oh no, it's updated. Okay, her diplomacy is a little bit better now. Reminder that she still is a child. Same as Yandalin. She is still a child. So she should improve. And she can't actually marry until 70 either. So we got a long time before they have children of their own. Lonely towns have been constructed. So that's added plus 5 to this. Let's see. So the central halls. Does this cost gold to upgrade? Oh, we need development as well. True. Let's upgrade this. 110 it costs. It gets quite expensive as well. Oh, but it does add more development growth anyway. And I guess what we could do is even increase development over here. But it only increases development by... Oh, no, it increases it by 1. Yeah, that's huge. I mean, we could do that later. Let's just collect taxes for now. I want gold. We can work on that when if we need to. Yeah, this is slow, though. We only get plus 0.5 per month. Actually, I've changed my mind. Increase the development over here. The latest news from my colony at Central Halls is truly horrifying. The settlers have been afflicted by a devastating pestilence that has swept through almost every household. I can barely read the reports, so graphic are their details. The illness starts as a fever and unquenchable thirst. Some villagers have literally burst in their attempt to slake their desperate urges. Next comes the buboes, great black swellings at every joint that separate a noisome yellow pus and render the victim entirely unable to move. In the final stage, these subside, but the afflicted suffer an infernal rash on their faces So agonizing. But some have clawed out their own eyes or torn off ear and nose in a futile attempt at relief. Death comes to most thereafter, usually within a final torment of spine-cracking spatters. That sounds bloody terrible. If the colony is to be saved, something must be done. 150 gold. That's too much gold. I can't afford it. I cannot afford it. I can quarantine the colony. Makes it a wilderness holding. What? It's a disease outbreak for 5 years. 3 years. Still a small chance. Ah. Okay. The poor souls, bring those afflicted to the chamber of Mazabor to receive our best medicine. The colony was saved, but it does get a disease outbreak, so it loses taxes. That's Central Halls. That's over here. Oh, bloody hell. Is there an actual plague here, though? No, there isn't. It's just an event. Okay. Ah, that's terrible news. Today, Arengar held a fiery sermon for all the children again. Ori has become ambitious as well, which is very, very fitting. So the other goblins, unless they fight each other, we shouldn't have too much actually aggravating the Balrog. And as you can see, if we go here, we can kill the Balrog, but it costs 2,000 prestige. Plus, because our settlements aren't worth much, the success chance would be stupidly low. And if we fail, not only do we die, but we will also make the Balrog active. We skip wandering and go straight to active, so I don't want to do that. Ori, a free tenant, renting some of my land in the Chamber of Mazabal, has pulled in an exceptional harvest this season due to his meticulous planning. He wishes to use some of his profits to purchase a piece of my estate from me. I already have a good steward, but you can join me still. 27 stewardship, though. I'm actually going to reassign him. He should help with development a little bit faster as well. It's only going to take 11 months. And then Central Halls will be upgraded to a delving. Whether we would have enough gold for that, though, it is very expensive. But sadly, guys, that is where I'm going to leave things for today. Let's quickly get ourselves a stewardship perk. I think Avaricious would be good. Administrator would be nice as well, though. Let's see. I mean, there's not too much nice stuff down here until we get to Administrator. Golden obligations, vassal tax contribution. We don't have vassals right now. So actually, not a lot of this stuff is good for us. Avaricious would be useful, though. Let's get golden obligations. It might come in handy in the future. We'll see. But I'm going to leave things there for today. We have started to colonize Moria. We have a source of mithril. Can we use that in crafting yet? Yes, we can. So once we have a few more places occupied and our gold income is looking a lot better, we can take a look at artifact crafting, which would be very nice. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching as always, guys. I will see you next time.